What's up, beautiful besties? Welcome back to Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alishia. Thank you all so very much for being here with me on the Almost Daily. Y'all are freaking incredible. Yeah, thank you just for being here. And, I know I already said that, but I just feel so freaking blessed to be here with you all. Thank you for all of your energy exchange, for your love, for your likes, for your shares, for your comments, y'all. Let's just tap in and tune into the energy of the day, the energetic weather. As you can see, it's a little bit of a cloudy day here on the coast, but that's all right. We're going to bring the sound bowl, call in spirit, and then get the messages for you. So here we go. Okay. I'm calling on spirit with so much love and so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance as I interpret these messages. May they help us all on our journey towards our highest and greatest good. I'm asking for love, joy, peace, abundance, and protection for myself, for you, and for all beings on the planet at this time. Thank you so much, Spirit. Now, while I was ringing the sound bowl, all I could hear was, you've changed, you've changed, you've changed. Okay. As if it's a bad thing, but I feel like y'all have been changing for the better, working on yourself, working on self-mastery, maybe even shifting timelines and just all of the things. I know that's been a huge theme here for all of us in our tribe. Well, a big majority of us anyways. It's been a really strong energy and we've been reading on it for a while now. So at the bottom of the deck, we have life experience, which is really funny. I'm using this, I feel like it's called like Fairy Tarot or something like that. I don't know. It's by Dorian Virtue. It's an old deck, but it's actually the Tower. And they call it life experience. And I love that they put this little positive spin. And you know what? The Tower is not necessarily a negative thing, but it is actually speaking to change, sudden change, right? The Tower can be a sudden shift, a sudden change, but it can feel really chaotic. I'm not going to lie. Okay. So the Tower can feel like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Like the rug's been pulled out from underneath you, but it's always a change for your greatest and highest good. You always end up aligning with where you're meant to be. Okay. So the right people, the right places, the right things, like you're on the right path now, I feel like. And I do see and feel that there are other people in your world, like again, saying to you, oh, you've changed, you know, you're not the same as you used to be. And it's like, we are supposed to grow and change. And I feel like that's pretty much your response. And the changes that you've been implementing in your life have been very positive. And they are lending to the fact that you are aligning with where you're meant to be at the moment. So it's a good, positive thing, okay? I just want to say that, but I'll read what it says on the deck. It says a significant life event, okay? A powerful revelation that leads to change, and time to spread your wings. And that's basically what you've been doing. Some of you maybe have, and we've seen this a lot in our readings as well, maybe cutting out certain people and places, you know, that just don't vibe with you anymore, right? They don't pass your vibe check, okay? There is someone here, and a bunch fell out. So we'll take a look at that here. We have the 10 of Air, which is 10 of Swords, right? So there's been someone here, who maybe feels betrayed by that change, or maybe they betrayed you. And maybe at one point in time, you would have been very forgiving to this individual or to anyone. And it's not that you're not a forgiving person. What I feel is like, you know, you've just really implemented some very strong boundaries in your world now. And that's probably how or why these people are like, oh, you've changed, because why? Because you won't let people step all over you, or because you won't allow people who cross you or betray you or lie to you, or, you know, just pull some shady-ish on you. You won't let these people back into your world. There's one thing about forgiveness. We can be in the energy of forgiving people, but we don't have to allow those people back into our life, right? And that's, I feel like, where you've changed. Maybe this person in the past has, or it doesn't have to be just one person. It could be many people. right, in your world that maybe you've been cutting out, right? And you've been cutting them out for a very good reason, because it's like they never really let's just say they never really added any value into your world. And maybe I'm just channeling this coming through really strong. Actually, these kinds of people were always coming after you for something, whether that be your incredible healing energy or just some understanding. It could have been for money or for help. You know, it's the kind of people I'm getting that always wanted you for something. And then if you were ever there or in need of any assistance or any kind of help or anything like that, they were the kind of people that would, like, you know, always be busy or never around or never available for you. So the fact that you're no longer available for these individuals, this is what's kind of coming up today for this energy reading, okay? They're a little bit not happy about it, but who cares? It is coming up though, so you may have to deal with people stating to you, you know, oh, you've changed, as if it's a bad thing, but it's really, truly not, okay? We have the end of a difficult situation. That's what it says. Embrace the change, right? And expect things to get better now. And that's what is happening for you. You're starting to notice that, you know, you're starting to notice that your life is a lot easier without these individuals in your world, okay, without creating any stress or drama, okay? Recovering from an addiction for some of you, okay, yeah, it's a really good thing, you know, like if some of you, like, it's the end of an era for you, okay? So maybe you hung out with like a group of friends who are always out, like, I don't know, drinking and partying and stuff like that, and then you used to be that way too. Like maybe you were just in a party mode or something. Now, this is just an example. I know it's not for everyone, but, and then you're like, okay, well, I'm going to try to like sober up, or I'm going to try to like not spend my weekends, you know, getting plastered and then being hungover and like stuff like that, right? So you naturally drifted away from a certain group of people, and these are the people who are like, you've changed, or oh, they've changed, and maybe they're gossiping as well about you, because this is coming up pretty strong. We have the 2 of fire, 10 of fire, okay, which is the 2 of wands and 10 of wands showing up here, which is letting me know that whatever you were doing in the past, whatever you have changed, like how this change has come about, is because it was stressing you out. It was too much. It was too heavy. You were like constantly feeling like you had too much on your plate, or people were demanding too much of you, or like I even stated, going back to like, you know, always going out maybe Friday and Saturday nights and like waking up the next day and feeling like a bag of, you know, hammered assholes. I'm just going to say it. Like, that's what it feels like. It's just, it's too much. It's too much for you. And you're like, I'm doing this to myself. Okay. I'm doing this to myself. I'm allowing either the stress to get at me, or I keep making the same choices over and over again and nothing changes. Well, when you go ahead and you see that, you know, reflection of the self in the mirror, and you see that and you're conscious of your choices that you make, and you decide to make positive changes. And this is what I'm seeing that you've been doing, right? So you decide to make these positive changes. The people around you, okay, who aren't making positive changes in their life, or who are continuing to do the same things over and over again, you know, and they're in the same cycle, you know, constantly, you know, whatever, no shade. People take as long as they take in order to shift or change if they're going to, but not everybody does. You know, they get really triggered, right? They get really triggered at your positive shifts and positive changes, because they're not doing that. And it's reminding them that maybe they ought to. And then they, you know, whatever, it's a them thing. So what they're projecting is their own negative, you know, self-talk really upon you, right? You've changed, it's excellent. But here we have 5 of water, which is the 5 of cups. There is somebody here who is really disappointed, really sad. You know, here's the thing. There's a lot of difficult energy here in this reading, and these are the last 2 that popped out while I was shuffling. It's the 2 of air and the 9 of air. So 2 of swords, 9 of swords. This is all like somebody is all up in their head. Somebody is very upset that you're ignoring them. You've changed. You're not available to them anymore, you know, and it is what it is. I feel like there's been a lot of good reasons why you are no longer sharing your energy with this person, or opening up your life to this person, or giving them anything that you used to provide for this person, okay, or these people, and they're not happy about it. I do see with the Five of Cups, though, there is one particular person who is quite upset, and maybe even, you know, down in the dumps that they are no longer part of your life, okay, so pretty sad about it. But that's just the overall energy. I haven't even begun to like pull cards on it. So how did you get to this point? Let's talk about it. How did you get to this point? How did you get to this point? Why are we here? How'd you get to this point? Why did you, I don't know, like why are we here? Why does it matter? Oh, okay, I'll tell you why. Because there's people who are going to be coming out with messages towards you, right? We have the Page of Wands, which is like really good news usually coming through. And then we also have the Four of Pentacles. So there is one particular person whom you have been holding back your energy from. And this person is going to reach out to you, okay? This person has been holding on to you. This person has really been holding on to their own emotions. This person has a lot to say. Okay, someone has a lot to say to you. And I don't necessarily get that it's negative. The general consensus maybe is that, oh, you've changed, and there are some people who are looking at that as a negative thing, but there is one particular person here who may have been going through changes themselves as well, and they are recognizing the changes that you've made, and maybe you've even been a catalyst for this one particular individual. Maybe you have inspired this person to make some of their own changes, because when we are living this authentic life, or when we are living in our truth and we are making positive changes, sometimes we do inspire others. We never know, right? Someone will say, oh, well, if they can do it, then I can do it. And that's a good thing, right? So we never know the ripple effect of what it is we do in our daily life. Like, it doesn't have to be anything like mind-blowing. It can be small things, right? It can even be small things like making healthier choices in general, okay? So maybe even implementing boundaries as well. Okay, so that's a big thing. So you are going to be hearing from someone. There's someone here that wants to open up and speak to you about the changes that they've made as well. All right. So let's get into it and let's see. What is the vibe? What is the vibe? What is the vibe? Something flipped over. Ooh, dang. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords coming through. So this could be somebody who, I don't want to necessarily jump and say mistreated you, but they could have. Seven of Swords is somebody who wasn't being honest, who wasn't being authentic in a way, but they felt like they had to do that for a certain reason, okay? They felt like they needed to they had to do something in the cover of darkness, perhaps, or sneak out of a situation, or they had to lie for a reason, or this is actually giving some of this energy that we've been picking up over the last couple readings of somebody opening up, wanting to come forward and say, look, you don't know the whole story, okay? And a lot of the times it is in your romantic life that we're getting this kind of an energy coming through very strongly recently, because this person is like, look, you don't know the whole story. Here's the Ace of Pentacles. I want to offer you a new beginning. I want to share with you how much I have been shifting and changing, and what I've been holding on to, what I've been holding back from, everything that's been shifting in my world. Okay, so there is someone here who, again, I just feel like you don't know the whole story. And they've been keeping that from you while you've been in this process of changing, and they've been in this process of making some significant changes in their world as well, okay? So there is somebody coming through who's really like, I wonder if you will, because you have changed. This could be somebody who is like, expecting you to come towards them to open up a dialogue and have a conversation that needed to be had. And maybe that was something that you had always done in the past. Maybe you were always the first one to patch it up, or the first one to, say, hey, how's it going? Or whatever, like first one to forgive, or first one to like try to make something work again. You haven't been doing that. And that's another way that in which you have changed, right? And so I feel like this person, whoever this is, they are holding on to you. They are thinking about you. They have gone through some changes and they have something to say to you. Let's find out what that is, okay? I do feel like for a lot of you, it is in your romantic life. So I am going to pull from my own deck, my own like direct message oracle deck for you in a second here. But I did peep on this King of Pentacles underneath the deck, just letting me know that, oh, okay, sure, this person could be an earth sign, or maybe that's you. But the King of Pentacles is somebody who is very stable, loyal, generous, somebody who is like the head of a household in some way. They're very practical, very grounded, very down to earth, very focused on, you know, enjoying the material, let's just say pleasures in life, you know, in a high vibration. You know, the King of Pentacles is somebody really solid, somebody that you really want in your corner, someone who you can really truly depend on. And they really enjoy taking care of others as well, okay? So this is the person, actually. You may not have ever seen this side of this individual before, but it looks like somebody here has matured. This is just, you know, matured greatly. And it lets me know, look at this, here's the Five of Cups. This is the person that we were pulling on earlier that came up as the Five of Cups. There's one particular person who's extremely devastated to not have access to you and your energy anymore. So before I continue, because I do have the Two of Cups, okay, and this is romantic, and before I continue, I want to state the obvious. If this resonates with you, awesome. If it doesn't, leave it for someone else. If you don't want to see someone come back from your past, because this is somebody, like I stated, you already know this person. There has been a connection here, but there's also been separation. Even if this person, you know, when they come towards you, let's say, with this information and you don't want them and you are solid on that, you can say that to this person. We're just reading the energy, okay? You know, but for a lot of you here, I feel like this is going to be a happy event. I feel like you're going to be thrilled that at the changes in which this person has gone through as well, because here I have the Nine of Cups. And even underneath that, we have the King of Cups here. So this is somebody who has been holding back their really deep emotions. The King of Cups is somebody who feels so freaking deeply. They don't necessarily talk about it. They do keep their emotions quite close to the vest, right? So it's not like this person wears their heart on their sleeve. Are they dependable? Are they mature? Do they have, maybe they're a boss or something in their business, or, you know, there's somebody who is in charge, right? They give off this very stable, people come to me for advice, you know, they're wise, you know, they're wise, they're revered, they have status or something as well, okay? So this person is actually the one who is coming forward, who is really upset at the changes that have been made, but they're not necessarily like, I need to reword that, because they're not upset that you have changed. They like the changes that they've seen happen within you. They've also been inspired to change themselves, okay? But the one thing that they don't like is that, you know, you're not showing up in the same way as in which you used to, okay? So it makes things a little bit more, it puts the ball in their court, right? Because again, I feel like you were always the person to kind of try to patch things up or try to you know, come to some kind of compromise or whatever, and you're not doing that anymore, okay? So what's happening is person is like, okay, I need to tell you the whole story. I need to tell you the whole story. I need to share with you how I've changed. I have something to say. I want to get it off my chest, and that's what we're going to be reading on right here, okay? I didn't know which way this was going to go, but it's very interesting. I love how much that you've changed. But this is someone here who feels a very deep connection to you. This would be a soulmate or a twin flame or divinely guided partner. Okay, it is somebody who loves you as much as you love them. And maybe you have had to distance yourself, or maybe you have had to detach from this person while you've been undergoing these changes, but it doesn't mean that they still don't feel that draw and that connection to you, okay? Because that's what's coming up here in this reading. So let's see what they want to say, because I feel like that's really just weighing very heavily on this read right now. What do they want to say? I feel your energy all the time. Now I know this is in selfie mode, so it's backwards, but there it is for you, okay? I feel your energy all the time. They are constantly picking up on your energy, okay? Not necessarily I just heard something. Okay, hold on. It's not necessarily that you're sending them energy. Maybe you used to. This could be part of the change that they're not liking so much. Maybe they were always used to you sending them energy. Okay, whether it's just thinking positive things about them or you being in their corner, whatever it was, being a support system for them. And I do feel like this person didn't reciprocate. I do, because there's obviously a reason why you've had to maintain some type of boundary with them. Okay, this person misses feeling your energy all the time. Okay, they used to feel your energy all the time, but maybe you've put up like some kind of block, right? Or maybe you have pulled your energy back. Maybe you've done some cord cutting with this individual. And this is what's putting them in that Five of Cups energy because, even though they may have felt the connection, again, you don't know the whole story here. They felt the connection very deeply. And there is a lot of love here with this King of Cups. They never really truly put in any work. Now, I have the Devil underneath that. So this person could have been struggling with their own addiction issues, attachment issues, codependency issues. The Devil covers a lot of things here. It's the things that we do, the patterns in our world that, we sometimes are conscious, sometimes we're unconscious, sometimes we know, sometimes we don't that we're doing it. Oftentimes we know that it's something that we shouldn't be doing, and yet we continue anyway. It's a very addictive type of pattern in our world, right? Could even be a way of thinking, right? It doesn't have to be like a full-blown addiction. But it's like, I feel like this person is addicted to your energy. I'll tell you that much. And I feel like they took advantage of you. And they felt like, because I can always feel your energy, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to work for it. I don't have to put any work in. I don't have to, I can always feel them. They're always going to be there. It doesn't really matter what I do because you always, maybe this is somebody who perhaps you have some unconditional love for. And just because we can feel unconditional love for someone, just like the forgiveness, we don't necessarily have to keep them in our world. We can love them from afar, right? Or we can wish them well and let them go. And that is part of, unconditional love doesn't mean you have to be a bloody doormat, okay? It doesn't mean you have to be freaking stepped on every day. You can still have boundaries, and some self-respect and love someone unconditionally. So that's another lesson here that I feel like maybe you have learned, okay? It's a very important one. All right. But anyways, so going back to, I feel your energy all the time. I feel like that's something that they're actually very upset about, is the fact that they can't feel your energy all the time anymore. Okay. I don't feel like this person has access to you in your energy anymore. And like I stated, it's probably for a damn good reason, but we have a big but here. Big but. Okay. Look at this. I knew it. I will fight for our love. See, that's the thing. That's the big but in the room. It's like, this person definitely does not want to lose you for good. And there is a feeling, a very sad feeling that they have already done so, right? Because you've changed, right? Because you've changed. But I will fight for our love. This is letting me know that this person's coming forward anyway, and they want to tell you, like, look, you don't know the whole story, or I never really shared exactly how I felt for you before in the past. Okay, so I want to continue moving forward here. I probably will extend it and get into deeper on their end. But I do want to show you that we have the Six of Cups here, which lets me know that, yes, this is somebody that you have a very deep past connection to, okay? Whether it be in this life or a past life, right, as well. And sometimes that will come up. Usually when I extend it, I do kind of pull some energy on the past life stuff to see any themes or to jog any memories for you. Although I'm not like a past life reader, it's something that can just, be for your own good, for confirmation or whatever, right? It's kind of fun to see. But anyways, so Six of Cups, this person is coming back. Okay, this person from the past is coming back here. We have the World. Okay, now I was going to shuffle to see how you feel about it. That's what I wanted to move on to. And I am going to still do that. But with the World here, this lets me know that there is a chance for a do-over, but coming around full circle. But the World always indicates growth. It always indicates wrapping up an old story, being ready to start a new one, having learned all of the lessons of the major arcana, right? This is the last stage, the last station in the major arcana, the world, where we go back in as the Fool again. And, we just continue learning and growing because life never, we're always in school, we're always growing, we're always learning, we're always evolving. If you're here learning your lessons and doing the work, which I can see that you are. So this is like, it's a chance to have a redo or a reset or a restart with all of these changes that have been implemented on both sides of this equation with this one particular person. Now they're coming in really strong in your energy because they're the ones that actually have made some changes as well, right? It's not about, you giving chances to every single person that wants to, says that you've changed and, no, this is one person where there is a deep connection felt. You're still going to maintain boundaries. You're still not, involving the people in your life anymore. You've still made a lot of cuts, right? But there is just this one person that is able, how we'll say often, like, not everybody can come with us on our new journey, our new path, when we grow, when we evolve, and not everyone can come. And that is the way it is, right? It's just part of life. But this one person can come, and we're going to see how you feel about it in a second here. But as far as have they done work, have they grown, have they changed for the better? Yes, that's what I mean. They have the vibration, and like they have elevated their own vibration as well. So I like to see that, okay? Because people do grow and evolve, right? So how are you going to feel about it? How are you going to feel about it? Knight of Wands. Well, honestly, and this is very interesting, I feel like, the last time you dealt with this individual, they were in the Knight of Wands energy. And you still have that, you still view them as being like a player or somebody who cannot be taken seriously or even cannot be trusted, right? So you still see this person and you have this idea of who they are based on their actions that they've shown you, which, again, but they're coming through saying, you don't know the full story. Okay. I didn't show up the way I should have, or could have, or whatever, shoulda, coulda, woulda. But you still see this person as this player. So whether or not you give them the time of day is totally up to you, but it's not going to stop this person from trying to convince you otherwise, or trying to come in and state their case, right? Trying to come in and state their case. Now, again, I just wanted, to see how you would feel about it, but can we get a little bit more here? I feel like this person, there's obviously, like I stated earlier, like, there's a reason why they're not currently in your world and you're not giving them your energy. I don't blame you. We have the Ace of Swords. So this is the person that's wanting to come in to give you some kind of clarity, okay? Now with the Ace of Swords, it is the sword of truth. This is not going to be lies. This is going to be finally finding out the truth of how this person really feels, right? How this person really feels. And at the bottom of the deck, we're coming back around to the Nine of Swords. Now that came up as the Nine of Air a little earlier. So that's my cue to start taking some oracles in a moment. The Nine of Swords is like they are really worried about this. They are really worried because they know that there's a very good reason why they don't feel your energy anymore. And there's a very good reason why you may not give them the time of day, and you may not hear them out, or you may not want to know what their truth is because of the way that they behaved in the past, because of the way they behaved in the past towards you. And that is what it is. So we have this person very much worried, very much down, very much sad about, having lost you, right? Having lost you and not sure whether or not you are going to, hear them out. But this is all that they can think about is finally coming forward and revealing their truth to you. Okay. Revealing their truth to you. Now, I just feel like, you're off doing some really amazing things. And this is just something that's coming up for you today. You may have to deal with it. Oh, you've changed, even that. But this person is really drawing on your energy. And I feel like the more time that passes, the more in their head they get, And the more worried they become that they're losing you and they're losing their shot, they're losing their opportunity here to even state their case to you. And the more obsessed they actually become here too with the devil energy. I do feel like they are thinking about you nonstop, right? Nonstop, 24/7. You live rent free in their brains, okay? And in their heart too. But again, you don't know how deep their love goes, right? That's not something that they ever shared. And they are coming through and saying, you know, I will fight for our love, right? So just get ready because it's happening, right? It's happening. I am going to extend it. I will dive deeper into their energy. We'll get more direct messages. We'll see what they're thinking about, what's keeping them up at night, how they've changed. That's a big one. We're going to go into how they've changed. We'll touch on the past life stuff too, and just get an overall sense of what their next move is going to be, or again, what they want from you, and whether or not you can trust them if they've actually made any significant changes. So we'll dive deeper into their energy in the extended. I do want to say I appreciate everyone's energy exchange. You know, this is what I do for a living. So yeah, I'm excited to be here and to be able to offer a deeper dive into the energy readings when I can. But yeah, in the meantime, let's get you a goddess guidance oracle message. We'll get a love oracle and an affirmation just to close out this reading here for those of you who won't be joining us over the extended. For everyone who is, again, thank you. Thank you for your likes and your shares and everybody just here doing all the things to help us grow, to help our tribe grow. Okay, we have blossoming. Again, I feel like this came out in yesterday's reading. I feel like it did. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself in the process. Do not give up. You are on the right track, baby. I just heard that. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way? Is that how the song goes? I was born this way? I don't know. You are literally aligning with what it is that you were born to be doing. So all of this is really good stuff for you, right? But we'll see. We'll see about this other person who's really creeping into your energy, right? They're obsessing about you currently. So what do we have? So this is what the message says. This is what I feel like you have been doing this already. And it says it's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone, which is, I feel like, what you've been doing. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. And that's what you've been doing. And that's the thing. And that, just you doing that, taking your focus, taking your energy back, taking everything and pouring it onto yourself is really what I feel like it has inspired this particular person to, you know, go through some of these changes again. But also, and we will find out what those are. And also, you removing your energy from their world. It's you know, they're missing you. They're missing you, and they're realizing how much they depended perhaps on your energy as well. Okay. All right, sweets. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this affirmation, and then we'll close out this reading. I'm sending you a lots of love from the cloudy West Coast. If you're interested, you know, I'm going to be filming, you know, in the meantime, I'm going to be filming little spaces that I go on a walk with my dog every day. I usually take my dog for a walk and then I come home and record some readings. Okay, so yeah, you'll get a little taste of the beautiful west coast of Vancouver Island where I live. But I have something else in the works with an incredible creator here in the town that I live in with some beautiful footage of the west coast. So we will be implementing that. And someone asked me, how are you doing that background thing? It's a green screen. And then I just do it in editing after I add the video. So anyways, here we have my work is deeply fulfilling. You are focused on what it is that you're doing, okay? Your own work. And while you're doing that, this person is like stressing the F out because they just can't feel your energy anymore, okay? And it's really, you know, it's the driving force for them coming forward towards you and actually confessing in a way, right? Like telling you how they really truly feel. Again, today I give my best to that in which I do, knowing that when one experience is complete, I am led to even more fulfilling and rewarding experiences. And I feel like that makes so much sense for you because you have been doing that. You've been calling back your energy, right? You're like, you know what? If this isn't it, then I am led to something that is, and it's going to be even better for me. And so it has been a little bit easier this time around, I feel, to detach. But yeah. I'm super curious. I'm always a nosy one. So I am going to continue over at the extended. The links will be in the description box below or pinned to the top of the comments for those of you who'd like to join over there. I'm sending you all my love. Thank you for being here. Take care. Hi everyone, welcome back to the extended reading. I'm just going to begin with what their energy is towards you when they send that message or when they return. We're going to start with that because I know that they're feeling a lot of love for you and they're very much worried about, you know, how you view them. And I feel like they really do want to confess and, you know, reveal their truth to you, which is something they haven't done in the past. So let's see what energy they are in towards you as they return, okay, into your world. Like I stated, you don't have to accept them if you don't want to, right? But we do have attractions. The attraction is real. The attraction is here. Like I stated in the first part of the reading, with that Two of Cups energy, there's a draw, right? Especially with the Six of Cups, with that past life energy, you know, also in play here. There's a familiarity, there's a bond that cannot be broken, or it feels that way to them. So there's a very deep attraction, and it says, divine soul counterpart attraction transcends superficiality. Okay, so it is an attraction at a soul level. Okay, so it's definitely a divinely guided soulmate here. And I feel like they're just very much attracted to you. And I mean, not just like in physical attraction, they feel a magnetic pull towards you, especially as you have withdrawn your energy from them, right? They're feeling this pull and this desire. And the car just hit the sound bowl if you heard that. We have power. The power of love is a magnet drawing souls together. Exactly what I just stated, okay? We have receptive. Be ready to receive what fate has planned for you. So they are hoping that you will be open and receptive towards them and this big truth that they're revealing to you, right? We have soul at the bottom of the deck. Your soul is preparing to reconnect, trust the process. So they are definitely feeling you on a soul level. This is a divinely guided soulmate or a soulmate connection, a twin flame connection. They know it, okay? They know it, they feel it, and they feel powerfully drawn to you, okay? And this is why they can't just let you go, right? And you may not know this. And that's why we're here. That's why we're being nosy in the extended reading. So before we get started, I do kind of want to see, and this might help people decide, because I know this will be a little bit of a preview. I want to see what some of the past life connection is before we get into their thoughts and their feelings and their actions, their intentions, you know, how they've changed in direct messages, right? So let me get some past life indicators so that you will know whether or not this is something for you, okay? What is a past life indicator here for those of you who are tuning in, who feel like this is your reading? We have forgiveness, which is something that we did speak about as well. Forgiveness. Well, I know that they are definitely hoping for your forgiveness, right? And there's something here. I feel like there's been many challenges over many lifetimes, if that's why forgiveness is coming up here. It's like, this is something that's like, we're always learning, we're always growing, we're always together, we always find each other. There's always something to forgive, you know, of each other in each, you know, lifetime. Okay, so there's that. What else do we have? Okay. Finances. Okay, finances. That's interesting. And, ooh, unrequited love. Unrequited love. Look, I feel like this person may have been heavily focused in this life or the past life. It's interesting because there are some very different type of indicators in this deck, and it's weird that nothing like that has come out yet. But we have finance and unrequited love. I feel like this person may have, you know, decided, or they're asking for forgiveness because they've been focusing on their finances and they made you feel like the love was not requited, or that this was an unrequited love. Very interesting. They're definitely asking you for your forgiveness. They didn't tell you. They did not tell you how they felt. We have trust and faith, love life. This is not giving past life energy. It's like there are cards in that deck that it's like, you know, Egypt, ancient Rome, you know, all these like, you know, places and different things or professions that maybe you may have had. Okay, very interesting what's coming out here. We have trust and faith. Then we have love life. And then, Okay, this is something. We have galactic. The two of you have been on, so I feel like the reason why it's not coming out is because the two of you have been on so many flippin' journeys together throughout the flippin' galaxy is what I'm seeing. Like your two souls just know one another really, really well. You all are freaking divinely guided and connect with one another on many different lives. But I feel like in this particular life is what we're wanting to focus on here in this reading. It's funny. It's funny when Spirit does that. It's like, you know what? No, it's about this lifetime, not the last one. They are asking for your forgiveness again, for making you feel like the love was unrequited when I feel like it's obvious that it's not an unrequited love situation, but they made you feel that way. Okay, so we're gonna get into their thoughts and feelings and all that. So here we go. Oh my gosh. All right. Look, just as I didn't even start asking, we have the world coming up again. So they're hoping that this is, again, another shot, another chance, you know, to show you that they have grown and changed. All right, let's get into it. Spirit, please show me what this person has been thinking about, what they've been worrying about, what they've been staying up late at night thinking about, obsessing about when it comes to our beautiful tribe.
She said she'd only kill me, fight through the card of death. She said she'd only love me, fight through the card that wasn't in the deck. The card my finger touched, think I got my wish. You know for sure when it's all done. She said she was beautiful